Hi, welcome to Tech Tricks tutorial. Today, we're going to show you how to use reference image in Midjourney version 5. It's a step-by-step beginner guide for everyone to follow easily. If you find this tutorial helpful, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Now, let's get right into it. Now for today's video, I'm going to teach you 3 different ways of how you could utilize the reference feature of Midjourney. Now, the first thing we're going to do is to ensure that our Midjourney is using the version 5. Now to do this, what you're simply going to do is you're going to type on the message /settings to be able to open the settings for yourselves. Now keep in mind, this settings that we're going to do right now is specifically for you as a user. This won't apply to the server or other people's. This setting will be entirely only just for you, and you will be able to adjust it on your own. And as you can see here, we have the different versions of Midjourney over here, the different style levels, and like all of this options over here. Now what you're going to do is to make sure that the MJ version is the version 5, not the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.1 over here. Make sure that it is the version 5 to be consistent with all the different prompts that you are going to make. If you select MJ version 5, it will automatically type this into your prompt after you type your original prompt. So we're going to check that out later, how it works. So after this, you're also going to enable remix mode, which is one of the methods that I'm going to teach you later on how we could use referencing on Midjourney. Now to test out our settings over here, we're simply going to type in a random prompt over here, imagine, and then we're going to go with cat flying and click on enter. And as you can see, it will automatically add this extra prompt into our text over here. The version 5 over here, the --v5, implies that we are using the Midjourney version 5. Now the S750 here implies that we are using a style that is very high. You could change this to low, medium, or high over here depending on what you would like. But for me, I'm going to go with a very high, so we have a very high detailed image produced for us. And as you can see here, it's slowly generating our image, so we're simply going to wait for this before we proceed. Now, the other method that I'm going to talk about is by utilizing other platforms as well. For example, we have Pinterest over here. We could look for different photos, different art style over here. For example, this one, we could use this as a reference for our different style, or this one actually. We could also go with other designs over here. Maybe this one, we're going to go with this one. Actually, it's a video, so we can't really use this as a reference because it's a video. So we're going to look for another one. Maybe we could use this one over here. We're going to use, it's another video. So let's go look for a proper photo. Now over here, this is finally a photo. We're going to use this as a basis for our Midjourney prompt later on. This will be one of our reference. So going back to Midjourney, as you can see, this is produced. This is the output of our version 5 for Midjourney. Now let's go with our referencing. This is how we can use referencing with Midjourney. All you have to do is select the image that you would like to use as a reference, then click on right click. And you're going to copy the image URL. That's what you're going to do. Copy image URL. Go back to Discord, and then you can type it in. Imagine. We typed in the wrong one. Imagine. And then you're going to paste this image URL into your Imagine prompt over here. Type in a comma. And then you're going to type in additional information. For example, we could say a waterfall. And click enter. And now it's going to try to create a waterfall using the specific photo that we have selected as a basis for our design. That is how it will use this as a reference. It's going to take in the style, the way it is made, and like the background elements of this photo that we have selected, and use it and apply it to the specific prompt it is being asked to do. As you can see here, it's going to generate our photo over here. So we're going to wait for this to start generating, and while waiting, we could look for another photo that we could use for our design. So for example, we could use this one over here. We're going to use this as a basis, and we're going to use this with our Midjourney in a bit. And as you can see here, it's slowly generating our waterfall. So we're simply going to wait for it to finish creating our design. Now, I don't think it will be able to recreate it 100%. And keep in mind, as you can see, actually it was able to replicate it in a certain way. As you can see here, we're going to upscale one of the photo over here, and let's see what it looks like and compare it to our other element from earlier. I accidentally exited it, but we're going to check it out either way. And as you can see, we have a very similar art style actually, and it has produced a waterfall design for our prompt over here. We also have this other designs over here. And as you can see, it was able to use the photo, although not perfect, but it used it as a reference for its art style. Now we could do it once again with this one over here. We're going to copy image URL, then go back here, type in slash imagine, and paste it over here. Then we're going to do a comma, and then we're going to add another prompt. For example, I would like to see the Eiffel Tower, and type it in just like that, and it's going to generate the Eiffel Tower with this as its basis for its style and like content awareness. It's going to use that. And lastly, we could try and using this one over here as a basis, and we're going to use this as our last reference for this video. We're going to wait for this to start creating our photo, so we're simply going to give it some time. Now while waiting, we're going to copy this URL link over here, copy image address, go back here, type it in imagine, and paste it over here. And this time we're going to ask it to create a kitchen with a girl cooking, and click on enter, and we're going to wait for it to generate our image. And as you can see here, this is slowly being created, and unfortunately I don't think it was able to take into account the style that we are asking it to produce, but I think the second one was able to reproduce it. So we're going to go and upscale the second one. It has some similarities with the original design that we asked it to produce. This is the original, and this is the most closest design that it has produced for us. As you can see, it's not, like I said earlier, it's not perfect. It will just use it as a reference, and it will most likely take into account the prompt that you have entered and prioritize first that section. And as you can see here, also our third and last image being produced is this one over here. We're going to check it out, and as you can see, it used the style that we have chosen over here, which is this one, and applied it to our designs over here. There are some errors, as you can see. For example, this one, the head of the child was replaced with the cat, and so the best one I think is the second one. But I think all of them were able to incorporate or use the style that we are asking it to produce. So we can upscale all of this and check it out one by one. And for the last and third way to be able to reference a photo is by using the variation option over here. So for example, we have our photos over here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click on make variation. And remember, earlier we enabled the remixed option in our settings. That means we will be able to remix another prompt using the photo that we have just generated over here as a reference for our second prompt over here. So over here, we're going to adjust it to kitchen with a girl cooking. We could change it to, we're going to edit this, big window. We're just going to add a big window to our original photo over here. So we're going to wait for that. And as you can see, it's first going to ask us to verify, because we have been making a lot of AI images. We're going to go with volcano, and just like that. And now we're going to wait for it to process our photo over here. And that's the third way and last way to be able to do reference in Midjourney. So we're just simply going to wait for our photo to be produced before we wrap our videos up. And as you can see here, this is the result of our variation over here. It used the image that we have selected over here as a reference for our final output over here. Then we can upscale the photo that we like, and we can check it out. And as you can see, this is our upscaled version. And that's it, guys. That's how you can use and do referencing with Midjourney. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.